Good morning. My name is Sandra Long, Hearing Officer for the City of St. Louis Conditional Use Hearings. My colleague Catherine Neiman and I will be conducting today's scheduled hearing on applications for a conditional use permit. In addition, Samaya Rocket Morgan is here with us acting as secretary for the hearing. We are recording these hearings as a permanent record. We ask that you remain on mute if you are not giving testimony. If you're calling by phone, it is *6 to mute and unmute. If multiple people are sharing a screen, we ask that only one person speak at a time, and please refrain from side conversations during an individual's testimony. These requests are made so we can accurately record the information and hear from those giving testimony. When each address is called by Ms. Rocket Morgan, I ask that the applicant or representative indicate you are present. I will then ask you to state your name and your address for the record. After a time of questions with the applicant, I will call for testimony from any persons in favor of the application. Then I will ask for testimony from any persons in opposition to the application. Following today's hearing, our office will make a recommendation to the Board of Public Service, which is a separate department here at the city. They will make the final determination, as no decision will be made here today. Therefore, you are welcome to leave or stay on the call and listen. The Board of Public Service will notify you in about 2 weeks with the findings of your conditional use permit. Samaya, will you please read the first case?
8801 North Broadway, AOP 11819 24
R.
Mahar One LLC, gas station convenience store, full package liquor and cooking.
Is there anyone here today to represent the application?
Yes, my name is Daniel Malik Sims. Our address 2161 Thurman Avenue, apartment G, St. Louis, Missouri, 63110.
Do you know how many square feet the building is?
Ma'am, I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Do you know how many square feet the building is?
Yes, ma'am, 6,800.
Okay, what items will be sold in the convenience store?
Just the general convenience store items such as chips, sodas. There's some fresh fruit, bananas, and things like that. There's not a lot of it though. Of course, we're requesting cooking as well.
Okay, will you be selling liquor?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what kind?
What kind? Beer and wines.
Any hard liquor?
Yes, ma'am. Just spirits all around. Alcohol, beer, wine, hard liquor. And if I may interject, the store is currently open. They have all their licenses. It's about to be purchased by Mayhor.
Okay. Is there an ATM or vending machine outside?
No, ma'am.
Are there any other uses in the building besides a convenience store?
No, ma'am.
And what are the hours of operation?
It'll be from 8 to 12, 8 a.m. to 12.
12 a.m., midnight?
Yes, ma'am. That is correct.
And is that 7 days a week?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, and I'm sorry. Of course, there's gasoline. There'll be gasoline sold as well. It's a gas and convenience store.
Okay, how many employees are there?
There'll be 4.
Okay, and do you know how many per shift?
2 per shift.
And do you know how many parking spaces there are?
Yes, ma'am. There are approximately 9.
Okay, is there an area for shipping and receiving?
Yes, ma'am. In the rear of the building.
Okay, and is there exterior lighting and surveillance cameras?
Yes, ma'am.
And is there a commercial dumpster?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sure you're aware, but I have to read this ordinance into the record. and then let me know if any of these items are being sold. So there shall be no sale of items that can be used or intended for use as drug paraphernalia as defined in Ordinance 68404 or its successor ordinances, including but not limited to food scales, glass tubes, disposable lighters, steel scrubbing pads and screens, rolling papers, pseudoephedrine, diet supplements, sleep aids, bath salts, or other substitutes for illegal drugs. In addition, there shall be no sale of cigars or cigarillos commonly used for or adapted for use involving a controlled substance, examples of which include, but are not limited to, the following: Phillies, Dutch Masters, White Owl, Swisher Sweets, Sputterillos, Backwoods, Optimo, and Garcia y Vega. Art, do you know if any of those items are being sold?
Yes, ma'am. Just the tobacco products in their original package.
Okay, thank you. And then, will there be any new signage coming up on the building?
No, ma'am.
All right. And has anyone reached out to the neighborhood association or alderperson?
Yes, both. I've spoke to Alderwoman Boyd and the neighborhood association. They said it's currently running. They don't have a problem with it. And I'm sorry, the current, no, it's been sold. We've spoken with her previously when another gentleman, Malik Rupani, was interested in purchasing the building.
Okay. Just so you're aware, Alderwoman Boyd did submit a letter of opposition.
Okay.
Um,
For the sale?
she's in opposition of the business operating at 8801 Broadway.
Okay. Again, previously, one of my associates, Malik Rupani, was interested in purchasing it, and she likes the way he runs his business. He has 3 other gas stations in her ward, and at that time, she was not opposed to it.
Okay.
And I don't know, perhaps when Malik told her that he was no longer the purchaser, maybe she changed her mind.
Okay. And then these are just 2 questions that are asked for everyone. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No, ma'am.
Will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering or impairing property values?
No, ma'am.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, other than I was not aware that Alderman Boyd was in opposition to it operating, particularly being, considering previous conversations that we had with her when Mr. Rupani wanted to purchase it. A, and B, it's already operating. It's never closed, to my knowledge. There's never been any nuisance complaints. I haven't heard from Attorney Vanna Shaw. So, yeah.
Okay. Are you open to continuing this application to re-speak with Alderwoman Boyd?
If that's the only recourse, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone on the call in support of the application? Is there anyone opposed to the application?
Myself, Amber Cole.
Do we need their mailing address? Okay, and Ms. Cole, what is your mailing address?
2007 East Fair.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes, I'm totally opposed. Number one, it appears that this applicant that's representing that community is not being forthcoming. When we had the issue about the gas station on 5337, Alderman Boyd had agreed to it, and then when I read the letter did not state that. It stated that another location was that she was saying it was operating. It did not approve it. Then the next thing we're looking at is that I'm gonna totally disagree with another gas station coming in the North Corridor, whether it's open or not. It needs to pursue with caution and see why they are either transferring gas stations in the North Corridor. The other thing is for us the liquor. We have enough liquor, we have enough gas stations, we have enough hair products in the community. I am totally opposed to any more of this unless it gets totally vented and totally the community is very aware of what is going on around the gas station as well as Alderman Board. I hate to hear her name being misrepresented if she did not say that. And Mr. Malik knows that. He needs to stop doing that kind of stuff, unless he totally knows that older person truly knows and the community is aware of the gas station. Thank you and have a good day.
Can I respond to that?
You may.
So first off, the gas station on Von Paul, that's not Alderwoman Boyd's ward. That's Rasheem Aldridge's ward. He did, in fact, sign a letter, saying that it's okay that it be open. We're in court on that issue right now. Secondly, again, when Malik Rupani talked about purchasing this gas station previously, Alderwoman Boyd didn't have a problem with it because she likes how he does business, and that's previously. I wasn't aware that she had a problem with it at all. In regards to the people in the community knowing about the gas station, it's been open for years. Everyone knows it's there, right? Again, I have not heard from Attorney Vanna Shaw about any nuisances. I haven't seen anything on the news, etc. Right, so it's apples and oranges regarding Von Paul and this particular place. That's Rasheem Aldridge's ward. He wrote a letter of support.
I did say Mr. Malik, so I'm not sweetheart. The other thing that we're dealing with.
I didn't call you sweetheart, ma'am.
Excuse me, talk to us, not to each other.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. But when we're looking at the gas station, in that area, in the area completely, if you go online, you'll see that Love gas station they don't want nobody even stop at that gas station because of the things that goes on in there. So we are really in the North Quarter is trying to curtail all the gas stations, and we need to know why this gas station is being transferred to another person, or if there was, whether Miss Vanna has said something or not, unless she put a letter saying, I wish somebody put that on there. If she said no, 5337, it's not apples and oranges. When you say a gas station.
Miss Cole, we're only talking about this gas station today, okay?
Yes, ma'am, but he brought it up and said that that was apple, and I was responding to what he had said.
Okay,
so
we're wrapping
that's
this.
what I mean. That's it.
Okay, thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Okay, is there anyone else on the call opposed to the application? All right, we call the hearing heard. Samaya, can you please read the next case?
1800 Shoto Avenue, first floor, AOP 1187-125 Dreamhouse Tattoo LLC, Tattoo Studio. No piercings, no retail sales. F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 8.
Okay, is there anyone here to represent this application?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can we please get your name and mailing address for the record?
It's Angie Muth, 5411 Arsenal Street, St. Louis, Missouri, 63139.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about your business?
Yeah, it's a professional, custom only, appointment only tattoo studio, kind of catering towards the comfortability of clientele and making great artwork for people.
Okay. Do you also do body piercings? No. Okay. What type of equipment do you use to do the tattoos?
Tattoo machines, that's a coil machine, and electric.
And is all the equipment up to industry and health code standards?
Absolutely, yes.
Have you applied for a permit for your business from the City of St. Louis Health Department?
Not yet.
Okay. And then are tattoo artists licensed by the state of Missouri?
Yes.
Okay. How many employees do you have?
Currently just me.
And do you have a minimum age of clients that you accept?
Yes, 18 and up only.
Okay. What are your hours in operation?
It'll be 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday.
And you said it was appointment only, correct?
That's right.
Okay. One of the questions is, how will you accommodate medical emergencies if they arise? Are you medically certified to handle possible mishaps?
Yes, actually, I'm CPR and bloodborne pathogen certified.
Okay, thank you. Do you have signage on the premise?
Not yet. I probably am going to paint a window sign.
Okay. Just make sure that that will be approved by the zoning administrator through a building permit.
Sure.
Okay. Have you been scheduled for a hearing with the Board of Public Service yet?
No, I haven't.
That's done afterwards?
It's done after this hearing.
Okay. If you have any questions about that, feel free to just call our office after the hearing, okay? And we can explain that next process.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. We do have a letter of support from the alderwoman and a letter of support from the neighborhood on file, so thank you for that.
Yeah.
These are just two questions we ask everyone. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No.
And then will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering or reducing property values?
No.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Just that I had been at this business before, at this location for a different business. That LLC got dissolved. So we have been here already for 4 years, and the neighbors love us. And yeah, we're a really quiet kind of tattoo studio.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Is there anyone on the call in support of the application? Is there anyone opposed? Okay, thank you. We call the hearing heard. Samaya, will you please read the next case?
3029 South Jefferson, AOP 1158324 Street for Apparel, convenience store, no cooking, no liquor. F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 7.
Is there anyone here representing this application?
Yes, I am.
Have your name and address, please.
Ronald Larby, 167 Valley Brook Drive, O'Fallon, Missouri.
You want to tell us a little bit of what you're planning to do here?
So it's going to be a clothing shop, and then We added on to our idea, and we're going to do a convenience store as well. So that's just going to be chips, drinks, household items, and things like that.
So is this a new or used clothing shop?
New.
All
Well,
new.
I think we're going to do both, but as
New
of now,
and new. Okay. How large is the building?
it's 10,000 square feet, but we're only using 5,000.
What kind of items are you going to sell in the convenience store part?
Chips, drinks. We're going to have like smoke shop items like pipes and, um, rolling papers and things like that. Tobacco products.
Are you going to sell any alcohol?
No alcohol.
Are you going to have an ATM inside or outside?
Not as of yet, but we plan on doing that in the future.
Inside.
Yeah, inside.
Will there be any other uses in the convenience store besides clothing and convenience store items? Are you going to be cooking, anything like that?
No, absolutely not.
Cell phones, nothing else like that? Okay.
No. Mm-mm.
What are your hours of operation?
We'd like to be open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Is that Monday through Sunday?
Yes.
How many employees do you anticipate having?
Uh, we anticipate having 5 and then 2 on at all times.
2 per shift at the least.
Yeah.
Do you have any off-street parking?
Yes. We have a parking lot that holds about 15
Okay.
15 spots.
Do you have an area for shipping and receiving?
Yes, we do. It's not a loading dock or anything like that, but
Is that in the rear?
yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Do you have exterior lighting and surveillance cameras?
Yes, we have all that. And also, we were in the talks of possibly getting some security at night
Possibly
from about
security.
7 to 11, 7 p.m. to 11.
Will you make the surveillance cameras available to law enforcement if need be?
Yes, definitely.
How are you dispose of your trash? Do you have a commercial dumpster?
Yes, we have 2 commercial dumpsters.
So I'm going to read this to you, and you mentioned rolling papers, and that's one of the prohibited things. So I want you to listen to this, okay? There shall be
Okay.
no sale of items that can be used or intended for use as drug paraphernalia as defined in Ordinance 68404 or its successor ordinances, including but not limited to food scales, glass tubes, disposable lighters with pop-off tops, steel scrubbing pads and screens, rolling papers, ephedrine or pseudoephedrine, diet supplements, sleep aids, bath salts, or other substitutes for illegal drugs. In addition, there shall be no sale of cigars or cigarillos commonly used or adapted for use involving a controlled substance, examples of which include but are not limited to the following: Phillies, Dutch Masters, White Owl, Swisher Sweets, Splitterillos, Backwoods, Optima, or Garcia Vega. Are you planning on selling any of those?
Yes, we were planning on selling the tobacco products like the Swishers and the um, Optima, and yeah, we were planning on selling those.
And you wanted rolling papers, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you'll get them or not, but we'll check into it.
Okay.
Are you installing any
As far
signs
as
out? I'm sorry, go ahead.
diet supplements and all that stuff, no, we won't not be selling any of that.
Okay. Are you installing any signs outside?
We would like to in the future. As of now, it'll probably just be like a painting or an acrylic sticker or something on the
Those are
front.
still considered signs if they're advertised.
Understood.
So you're gonna need you're gonna need to get those permitted, okay?
Understood.
Have you reached out to your neighborhood association or alderman for their support?
Yes, we've reached out to the neighborhood association. We went to a few of the meetings. Everything seemed to be okay, but they ended up not wanting us in the neighborhood. And the main president of the neighborhood association, he has a kind of a bias against us and doesn't like us. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but it's very unfortunate.
Okay. So I have two questions we ask everybody. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
Absolutely not.
Will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values? You hear that?
Yeah, no, it will not.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I just wanted to say it's unfortunate that we didn't get the neighborhood to accept us because of the bias of the president, and we want to just make it clear that we're not out here trying to do anything bad or anything to the neighborhood. We're just trying to give a good service to the neighborhood. We are right next to a bus stop, so we're just trying to make it.
Okay,
That's
thank
it.
you.
Yep.
Thank you for your testimony.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anyone here in favor of this application that wants to speak? Is there anyone here and opposed to this application that wants to speak?
Yes.
Can I get your name and address, please?
My name is Mark Waterman, 3923 Minnesota Avenue.
Okay. What would you like to add?
I'd like to read this letter into the record here. I'm here representing the Gravois Jefferson Historic Neighborhood Plan Development Review Committee.
Okay, I'm going to have somebody put, when you're done, if you'll email that to us as well. If you're reading it in,
Yes.
we'll have somebody put that in chat or to read it or to send it. Okay.
Fantastic. Yep, no problem. Yep, so I'm going to go ahead and start reading the letter. The Gravois Jefferson Historic Neighborhood Plan Development Review Committee expresses its opposition to the Conditional Use Board recommending to the Board of Public Service that the current plans related to AOP 1158324 at 3029 South Jefferson Avenue be approved. The Development Review Committee is a 13-member resident-led committee that reviews and provides feedback for any development projects within the footprint of the Gravois Jefferson Historic Neighborhoods Plan. We seek to advance the community's voice in neighborhood development, and we serve as stewards of the Gravois Jefferson Historic Neighborhoods Plan. The plan sets out a vision for Benton Park West, Gravois Park neighborhoods, and the northeast portion of the Dutchtown neighborhood. Additionally, the plan covers a wide range of topics that our communities can grow holistically, from economic development to land use issues to social services, parks, open spaces, and much more. Our vision is to build accessible, sustainable, inclusive neighborhoods where families and individuals thrive in a diverse and historically rich, engaged community. We do not write today to categorically oppose any proposal for 3029 South Jefferson Avenue. Rather, because the DRC strives to review all commercial, industrial, institutional, LRA, and mixed-use developments, as well as multi-unit residential developments seeking public funding or a zoning variance within the Gravois Jefferson footprint, we are instead inviting the developers associated with this proposed project to submit an application and scorecard for review by the Development Review Committee. If the Development Review Committee finds that the project is in alignment with the Gravois Jefferson, the developer with a letter of support to submit with any applications to the City of St. Louis or to the State of Missouri. The process, once an application and scorecard have been completed and submitted, is for the Dutchtown South Community Corporation staff to review and score the materials before passing them along to the Development Review Committee. Then the developer would be invited to join the Development Review Committee at our next meeting, where the committee will ask questions and vote on whether to provide project support. More information can be found on our website, gravoisjeffersonplanning.com. conditionaluse.org. We appreciate the Conditional Use Board's time and consideration in receiving this letter and evaluating our request to delay a vote approving any plans related to AOP 1158324 at 3029 South Jefferson Avenue.
You said that was Gravois Jefferson what? .com?
Gravois Jefferson Planning, PLANNING.org.
Okay, thank you. Will you drop that in the email to us? We put that in
Yes, ma'am.
there. Okay. Anything else you want to add?
That's it. I'm
Okay,
just here
thank-
representing the committee.
Ron, do you want to come back for just a minute and rebuttal? to
Yeah,
that letter? Okay.
I just wanted to say again, there's no valid reason, and I don't know who is, doesn't want us to come in, but it sounds like an issue of people that don't want to compete in business. So I don't know what they're doing trying to shut me down, but it's now it's starting to look like I'm, being discriminated against in the business field. So that's
Okay,
all I want to add.
Okay, thank you. We'll call this hearing heard. Samaya, will you please read the next case?
3101 Union Boulevard, ALP 1158724, Hard Knocks Nursery and Education Center. Licensed daycare with 130 children with cooking at Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 12.
Is there anybody here representing this application?
Yes,
Have your name and address, please.
Franchette Swopes, 3101 Union Boulevard, St. Louis, Missouri, 63115.
You want to explain what you're trying to do here today?
I'm the owner of Hard Knocks Nursery and Education Center. I now reside at 2626 Union Boulevard. I've been here for 4 years. My license capacity here is 44 children. That's my capacity, but I have 71 authorized. So I need a bigger space. So I'm also leasing this space. So the lease is constantly going up every year. So I actually did the numbers and put the math together, and what I'm paying out, I can get my own and a bigger and better building. I want to transfer my license from 2626 Union to 3101 Union, which is maybe a block and a half, no more than 2 blocks from where I already reside.
Okay. What are the age range of the children you plan on keeping?
0 to 12.
How big is this new building?
The new building, I want to say it's 11,000 square feet. It capacitates 130 children.
Have you already had the state look at it?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
That's how I got the numbers, the capacity. The state came in and did measurements.
Did you purchase this building already?
I'm purchasing as we speak.
Okay. How do you separate the children by ages?
Infants are always on the lower level, which would be from the ages of 0 to 1, because they can't walk. Our 2 to 12-year-olds will be on the second floor.
Is there separate classrooms or anything?
Yes, it is. That would be dividers that would divide each classroom.
Okay. What kind of activities do they do?
They do a lot of different things. We do field trips, we do curriculum, we do the morning pledge. We actually have a daily schedule from the time that we open up to the time we close. The kids are doing a lot of different things.
How many employees do you anticipate having?
16.
What days and hours of operate? What are the days and hours you want to be open?
We're 7 days a week, 365 days in a year.
What
6
hours?
6 a.m. to 11:59 at night.
Okay.
That's what we are now. So I'm just basically transferring. Everything will stay the same.
I'm kind of curious. Do you get a lot of kids in the evening? This is my own personal.
We have more in the day than we do in the evening,
Okay.
way more.
Do you have a commercial kitchen or are you going to have the meals catered?
Well, we have a kitchen that we won't be using at the moment. We're going to be cooking. We're going to be providing the food from the kitchen, but we'll be using convection ovens and microwaves.
Okay.
Pretty much the same thing we're doing down here.
Are you going to provide transportation?
Not at the moment.
Is there an area for the children to play outside and is it fenced in?
Yes, it is.
Where's the main entrance?
The front, right on the Union side.
Do you have a parking lot to pull into?
No, there's off-street parking.
On street, you mean?
I mean, on street. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. You can pull right up in the front or either right on the side, right there. I think that's Ashland, I want to say.
Okay.
That's where we'll be loading and unloading on Ashland because there's a interest in the back end. There's an interest on that side as well.
Okay. How many exits do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4.
And do you have one that's accessible?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you going to dispose of trash?
We have a commercial trash company.
Okay.
Just going to transfer everything from here down there.
Are you going to post signs?
No, not at the moment. We just have the on it here. So no, probably not. If I do, I know the process of making sure I pull the permits and things like that.
Okay. And have you had any health and safety inspections done yet? I'm assuming you do have none.
Yes, I have.
You have? Okay.
Yes. And they gave me all the few things that I need to be done.
Okay. Have you reached out to your neighborhood association or older person since the last meeting?
Yes, I have. I still have the letter recommendation from the neighborhood association. Still couldn't get in contact with anyone couldn't get in contact with my alderwoman. I spoke with my state rep, which is Mrs. Kimley and Collins, and was told that she was going to write a letter of recommendation for me and send it to you guys. That was about a couple of months ago. Well, from the last meeting.
I have not received that, and I don't see a letter from the neighborhood association. If you want to drop that in an email to us.
Okay, because I got that right here.
Yeah, we got the email in chat. Can you see that?
Zoning.
It's zoning at stlewis-mo.gov.
Let me write that down and I'll get that email to you as we speak.
Okay.
Okay, I'm trying to get the chat. Where did the chat go? Oh, there I go.
It's okay.
I got it. You said at zoning.
The zoning at stlewis-mo.gov.
I'm gonna write that down. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we have two questions we ask everybody. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No, ma'am.
Will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
No, ma'am.
Is there anything else? Excuse me, is there anything else you want to add?
No, ma'am.
All right, well, you have a great day.
You too.
Is there
And
anyone here in support of this application? I don't see anybody. Is there anybody here opposed to this application? I will call this hearing heard.
Thank you.